The niche market for Type-C in-ear monitors are growing in popularity every single day. It's always nice to have more options being available to you, specifically at the budget price point. Now in my previous video, I talked about the SIMGOT EW100 DSP and why I felt it's one of the best options available to you at that price point. And many of you guys seem to have liked that video. So in this video, we are going to take a look at the Artti TR1, another set of Type-C in-ear monitors. This time it's a hybrid and it's priced a bit higher around the 4,000 Indian rupees price point. And we are going to find out if this is something that's worth your attention or your money. Special thanks to Concept Card for sending these over for review. However, I have to say here that they have not paid me for saying anything special about their product. And as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. So with that out of the way, let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so here's what you get inside the box of the Artti TR1. And I've neatly laid them out for you guys to take a look. Nothing is too fancy to be spoken about here, although there is something that really caught my attention. And that is the oxygen-free braided copper cable that you get with these in-ear monitors. It's a pretty good quality cable, doesn't get tangled up that often, and definitely feels better than what most other brands like KZ offer at a similar price point. And I should also mention here that in order to get the best possible sound quality, make sure to use this set of silicone ear tips instead of the black ones, as they provide a snugger fit and better sound quality. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the Artti TR1. I must say they're pretty good looking for a pair of in-ear monitors at this price point. I really like this brushed aluminum faceplate on the top. The black and gold colorway is also something that's eye-catching, and if you take a closer look inside the resin shells, you'll be able to see the 10mm dynamic driver that's responsible for your low end, followed by the balanced armature drivers that take care of the mids and the trebles. Now coming to the way these are shaped, I know it's a pretty subjective thing to say right here, but these in-ear monitors are a perfect fit for my ear canals. They completely blend inside the cavities and block out pretty much all the outside noises, and that definitely helped a lot when I was listening to music. Alright, now let's talk about the most important aspect of these in-ear monitors, the sound quality. Now if you take a look at the frequency curve that's printed at the back of our box, you might think to yourself, it's a pretty well balanced curve. But it's not that straightforward. So let me explain why. So initially when I was listening to music wearing these in-ear monitors, the soundstage felt really hollow. I was playing lossless tracks via Apple Music, but it felt like listening to really low quality MP3s. I never really felt that IEM immersiveness, I don't know if that's even a term, but everything seemed to lack in terms of richness that I was really hoping for. Even the vocals were devoid of any kind of detail and had this distinct honky or nasal sound in my opinion. What I mean to say here is that the vocals sounded something like this. You see how I'm sounding like when I have my mouth being covered by my hands? The artists never had their vocals recorded this way, so it's probably something that's wrong with the tuning of the IEMs, or in this case, the default tuning of the DSP. Now recently I've been watching a lot of videos by Julian Krause regarding the proper way to EQ an audio signal. I'll link it in the description for you guys to check out as well, but his videos definitely teach us the basics of properly adjusting the audio to make it sound better and not ruin it entirely. And that's when it hit me that the TR1s are probably in need of some EQ as well. So I fired up Wavelet, my go-to EQ application, and I switched on the graphic equalizer. And then I started tweaking the values. I started by playing around first with the bass, increasing the frequencies till 500Hz, more bass for the win. And of course, I slightly enhanced the treble as well, starting from 4 kHz. And now coming over to the 1 kHz and 2 kHz regions, if you remember what I said regarding the honky vocals, these two sliders need to go all the way down to reduce that weird effect. Hence such an aggressive dip in the curve, and also the answer as to why I made such a weird tweak of the EQ as per my post on X. And now the TR1 sounded a lot fuller and richer compared to how they were initially. Classics like In Lamho Ke Daman Mein became so wonderful to listen to. Sonu Nigam's voice feels a lot richer now. It's devoid of all those honkiness that I mentioned earlier, and even the drums feel really good to listen to. But female vocals started sounding a bit sibilant. Alia's voice in her single At Your Best sounded a bit harsh to me. So I went over to Wavelet and this time reduced the 8 kHz region a tad bit. And guess what? No sibilances this time. So the conclusion to our little experiment in this video basically points to the fact that the DSP of the Artti TR1 is not that well tuned. It definitely needs a little bit of an EQ to open itself up, and once they do that, I think they become a great option to consider at the 4000 rupees price point as much as DSP IEMs are concerned. They will sound like a very good musical IEM with a fairly detailed soundstage. The only thing you need to keep in mind is learn how to use the EQ properly. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this video, and I really hope you guys got some value out of it. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more such videos like this, and I'll see you guys in my next one.